So here I am again, sitting in my car. I've just picked up my car from the auto repair shop because they fixed it. I've had some problems with my clutch. A couple of months ago, I couldn't shift my gears properly, so I called the repair shop. They fixed the clutch. I paid a pretty dear price for the repair. Then again, after a couple of months, a noise was coming out of the gearbox, out of the clutch. So when the clutch pedal was up, there was a noise. I pressed the clutch pedal down, the noise disappeared. So I gave them a call, and they had a warranty for their work. So this time I didn't have to pay anything. So that was good. Today's a rainy day. It's cold, April, sitting here. And you know, on a day like this, it's a very good idea to watch a movie. And as a matter of fact, I am very interested in movies. I like to watch horror movies. That's my favorite genre. And I think my favorite director when it comes to these type of movies, his name is Dario Argento. I don't know if you are familiar with him. He's made a few horror movies. His peak of his career was probably in the 70s, and his movie Suspiria from 1977. I've seen it. You can watch it on YouTube. It's an intriguing horror movie, and I like Argento's movies because he really knows how to create this mood, this scary mood. Also the angles he uses, the colors, the music, and he does his movies in a certain way. Usually there's a girl, beautiful woman, and she is chased by this shadow-like figure. Usually you can see his hands, and Argento is, when you see only a hand in his movie, it's usually the hand of Dario Argento himself, because he shows off his hands as this monster, this creature, this witch creature who is killing everyone in these movies. And his movies, you know, when you see this girl, she's chased, and then you usually can see a knife or a sharp object or a broken glass, and then you know she's gonna get killed. So compare this to, I've seen also these Hollywood horror movies, and I think they're more like simple, straight-up killings. Argento, on the other hand, he gives this hints to the audience, expectations, anticipations of what about is going to happen. I mean, if you see a sharp object, you see the knife, you know she's gonna get killed. You really don't have to show everything. Of course, there's blood, some gore in his movies. I wouldn't say that his movies, that the gore and the blood is not like that convincing. Maybe for that time, for the 70s, today's viewers, they are not that impressive for today's viewers. So, but I'm not going to talk about Suspiria. Actually, I'm going to talk about the sequel to Suspiria, and that's a movie called Inferno from 1980. And it's about, well, Argento, he has this story about the three mothers, and they showed up in the 12th century or something like that, and they're supposed to spread sorrow and darkness over the world. And there's a woman, she's a poet, and in the beginning of the movie she found this book in a bookstore, and you know, the book is of course cursed, and she ends up dead. What do you know? As you expected. And then actually the main character, the brother of this woman, he's a musical student in Rome, and he finds out about the murder of his sister, and he has to go back to New York City to solve this murder, to find out about it. And the character, I don't know, I think his name is Mark. He's played by a fellow whose name is Lee McCloskey. And he's not the most famous actor. You probably know him as the boyfriend of Lucy in the very popular TV series Dallas. And he also had a role in the V TV series as a evil lizard. You know, these lizards who look like humans, but they were on the surface. And then there was they were lizards, so within in the side. This was just like masks. They had these human masks, and he had the role of an evil lizard. And he also had a guest appearance on the Heart to Heart TV series about those detectives played by Robert Wagner and Stephanie Powers. He also had this role, guest appearance, when they were traveling on the train, the Heartland Express. And he is a young, at that time, young, handsome, white academic guy. And he has this he looks trustworthy, but he's not honest. And when you find out that he's not honest, and if I was working with the movies at that time, I would definitely accost him as that type of character, young, handsome, trustworthy, but dishonest, like deceiving type of character. As I said, he's Mark. He's now trying to solve this case, and you can see him in a scene. He arrives in New York City, and it's a house. It's a house, and this scene, he enters this building, and you can see there's a sign there says that in 1924. George Gurdjieff lived in this house, and I checked this out at the IMBD, called the site, you know, about the movies, and this scene is actually not shot. They did not film it in New York City. It's like a studio scene, so this house does not exist in reality, but this George Gurdjieff, he actually lived there in 1924, if you read Wikipedia. George Gurdjieff, he was a spiritual teacher. And I read a bit about him, and he has something he calls the fourth way. He thinks that, you know, everyone is walking in their sleep, and they have to find a method to increase their consciousness in a way, and you I mean, all of you are daydreamers, but if he uses this method to enhance your consciousness in a way. So I have watched about maybe 40 minutes out of the movie on YouTube. I'm going to continue watching, and I recommend his movies, and you also should check the movie out. Not because of the special effects, not because it's very convincing when it comes to the blood and the gore, but because of the way he is filming his movies. You know, the dream sequences and the colors and the sets, you know, the light. I like the dream sequences, as you don't know if it's really he's dreaming or if it's reality. He has made a few not that good movies too. I don't remember the name of it, about vampires. If you have the time, go to YouTube. It's a great source if you want to watch movies. I know after a while the movies they get blocked because of the copyright. They take them away, so while you have the chance to go and watch it, and when you have the time, I really don't have the patience. I don't have the patience nowadays to watch an entire movie from the beginning to the end. I watch maybe 20 minutes one day, and then the next day I continue to watch the rest of it. So That's how I watch movies, you know, on YouTube.